Welcome to Big Benny D's home workout extravaganza, where the next 10 or so minutes I'm going to show you a dozen or more exercises that you can go do at home with minimal equipment. What you'll need is a chair and a stopwatch. Any good workout program is going to start with some cardiovascular exercise, get your blood flowing, get you nice and warmed up. I'll show you a few different modifications. We're going to start in the chair and work our way up to a standing position. First one we're going to do is marching in place. We can do this in a seated position, our shoulders are back, sitting up nice and tall, and we're just marching in place. We're picking our knee up as high as we can and slowly bringing it back down. Now when we start with our cardiovascular exercise, this is where the stopwatch is going to come in. You're going to time yourself about 30 seconds to a minute. For our beginners, we're going to start 30 seconds and gradually work our way up to a minute. So maybe the first few weeks 30 seconds, next couple weeks 45, and then finally a minute. So here's our first exercise. We want to kick it up. Let's throw our arms in the mix. We're just going to do crisscross the arms, getting our whole body into it. For our more advanced, moderate to advanced, let's do this in a standing position. We're going to stand, we're going to march in place, and our crisscross arms. Our second exercise, again from a seated position, kicks. Bending at the knee, kicking up. Right here. And again, if we want to throw our arms into the mix, let's just do a little overhead crisscross. And again, if you want to kick it up a notch from a standing position, we're going to do what we call butt kicks. I'll show you from the side. We're just going to bring our heels back, side to side. If you want to kick it up, speed up like you're jogging in place. And then finally, an overhead crisscross. Last but not least, our third exercise, we're going to do side kicks. From a sitting position, heel taps. Right here. Kicking it up, boom. Overhead press, feeling good, getting the heart rate, burning calories, we're having a good time. From a standing position, same idea. Kick, side to side, overhead press. Good. So again, even though I only showed you about 15 to 20 seconds of each exercise, what we want to do is 30 seconds to a minute, ideally 2 to 3 times. We're doing what we call a circuit workout. We do those 3 exercises back to back. Again, if you're just starting out beginning, maybe take a minute to breathe in between. Do those 3, and that's 2 sets. Breathe, do those 3 sets. So that's our cardiovascular exercise. The next what we're going to do is strength training. And again, we don't need a lot of equipment. For this one, a chair, and if you want to get fancy, a heavy book. So what we're going to do to start with is our legs. We're going to work our way up to our upper body. So what we're going to do first is chair squats. Our feet's flat on the ground, our knees are over our ankles, shoulders over our hips, and just pushing through our hips, up, and back down. Nice controlled movements. We want to make sure we're breathing. We're inhaling on the way down. We're exhaling on the way up. So let's talk about sets and reps real quick. What I just did was 3 reps. So up and down, that's 1 rep. A set is the group of exercises. So when we're doing this, we're going to start with about 2 sets of 10 to 15 reps. So what you would do is 10 to 15, starting at 10, working our way up to 15, hit the next exercise. The next exercise, we're going to work our way up to the core. For this one, we're going to need a stopwatch. Sit up nice and tall. We're going to try to pick our feet up off the ground. Hold about 5 to 6 inches off the ground, keeping our core tight and holding. You're going to feel your core get nice and tight. We're breathing through. This one, we want to make sure we're not holding our breath. Hold this about 30 seconds. And relax. Good. So that was their next exercise. What we're going to do is walk in now to our dips. Work our way to our upper body. Max is going to join us. If you can see Max, our workout fanatic cat. We're going to place our hands next to our chair. If you have arms in your chair, use the arms. If not, what you're going to do is slightly hang off the chair. Make sure the chair is steady. You don't want to use a flimsy chair that can fall down. Safety is key. We'll place our hands next to us, kick our hips off, drop our hips, and push up. Bending back at the elbow and up. what we're going to do is show you from the side so you can get a good idea. Down, up, inhale, exhale. So again, 10 to 15 reps, starting at 10, working our way up to 15. It's our third exercise. Let's go to a standing position. Before I forget, we threw the book in there in our sitting exercises. For our chair squats, you want to kick it up a notch. This book's probably about 5 to 10 pounds. When placed against our chest, standing up, it's adding resistance. Likewise, when we're doing our leg lifts, holding it in front of us adds a little bit more intensity to the core. Finally, the dips, we're going to place it in our lap and do our dips. Next, let's go to our standing position. We're going to use our chair for balance. We're going to do back kicks. Right here, keeping our legs straight, focusing the lower back and hips. 10 to 15. 10 to 15 on this side. Side kicks. Out to the side, keeping our body nice and straight. Using our chair for balance. As we progress, trying to use without the chair, working on our balance. So again, 10, 10, and 10 on each back kick. Next, what we're going to do is our wall push-up. So for this, find a nice sturdy wall. Place our hands about shoulder width apart. Our feet's about 3 feet away from the wall. We're going to lean in, bending at the elbows and shoulders, and pushing back. Inhaling on the way forward, exhaling on the way back. So again, about 10 times. So let's go through that. That was one set what we did. Again, the circuit exercise. We're going to go through a group of exercises. That was one set. So what we had was our chair squats, 10 times, leg lifts, 30 seconds, dips, 10 times, 10 on each leg, 10 to each side, and then our wall push-ups, 10. Ideally, trying to do that 10 sets of 2 to 3 reps, working our way up to 3 sets of 15 reps. Lastly, after we get our cardio, after we get our strength training in, let's get our stretching. And again, the stretches are for balancing, preventing muscle imbalance, preventing injuries. So what we're going to start with our legs, working our way up. Toe touch, our leg is out straight. Sweeping it from the side, our leg is out straight, bending at the hip, hands on the thigh, leaning forward, and holding. What you want to do is hold to a point of discomfort. You don't want it to hurt, but you want to feel the muscle stretching and relaxing. We're going to switch sides. When we hold our stretch, we want to hold it 15 to 20 seconds. Again, I'm showing you the abbreviated version. At home, take your time. The next is our hip opener. We're going to cross our leg over our hip. It's going to open the outside of our thigh down to the hip. We're going to lean forward. Modification, we can cross our leg down lower. Again, point of discomfort, we don't want it to hurt. Just feeling the muscle open up. Both sides. Holding 15 to 20 seconds. Relaxing, working our way up to a side twist. Slowly turning and holding. What you want to avoid is any jerky movements. You don't want to do this, particularly if you have back problems. And we're going to hold, we're breathing. When we hold our stretches, you never want to hold your breath. Again, 15 to 20 seconds, and switch sides. Back shoulder stretch. What we're going to do is bring our arm across, bring our elbow in front of our shoulder, pulling in behind, holding at the back part of our shoulder, through the tricep, holding. 15 to 20 seconds, and switching. next one, what we're going to do is a chest opener. We can do this sitting or standing. If we're sitting, hands behind us, clasping, slightly leaning forward. We're rolling our shoulder blades back. We're pushing our arms back. We're opening up our chest through the shoulders. We're holding and breathing. If you want to do this standing up, same idea, slight bend through the hips, lean forward, pushing our arms back. Good. What we're going to finish with here is balancing. So again, we're going to use our chair. Holding one leg, we're going to bring our knee up to our hip, ankle below the knee. We're going to use our stopwatch, aiming for 30 seconds, balancing, utilizing our core strength and our legs, and switching sides. Next, we're going to get fancy. I'm going to show you 2 yoga poses, and then we're going to recap, and I'm going to challenge you to do this on your own. So this one's called Warrior One. We're going to start with each leg. This one, we're going to start with our left leg. We're going to take a big step forward. Foot's facing forward, slight bend in the knee. We're taking a step back with our right foot. We're lining up the heel, the arch, leaning in. Hips are center, hands are overhead. We're holding. 15 to 20 seconds. And next is Warrior Two. What we're going to do is rotate our hips out to the right side. Drop our arms parallel. We're breathing. We're working on balance. We're having fun. And relaxing a little bit. Let's switch sides as a recap. Right leg, we're going to take a big step forward, lining up our heel at the arch, leaning in, hips are center, hands are overhead. Warrior One, Warrior Two, I'm rotating towards you, looking forward, hands are parallel, holding 15 to 20 seconds. Good, so let's recap real quick. So we have what we call sets and reps. What we're aiming for is 2 to 3 sets, starting out with a cardio exercise, 30 seconds to a minute. Our strength exercises, 2 to 3 sets, 10 to 15 reps. Bringing it back home with our stretches, we're doing it 2 to 3 times, holding 15 to 20 seconds. And finally, our balance, 2 to 3 sets, trying to hold about 20 to 30 seconds. Ideally, we want to get exercise most days of the week. A routine like this, you can do maybe 3 days a week, maybe a day or 2 a week. Go out for a walk, a bike ride. So let's bring it all home. Cardio, marching in place, our kicks, our side steps, strength training, chair squats, leg lifts, dips, our 2 kickbacks, coming back, coming to the side, and our wall push-up. We're going to hit our stretches, our toe touches, our hip opener, our side twist, our back shoulder, our chest opener, and then ending with our balance, balancing on one leg, Warrior One, Warrior Two. Whole program should take about 20 minutes or so. That's all you need, 20 minutes of exercise most days of the week, and having a good time. What you want to be concerned with is if you feel tired, if you feel like you're going to lose your balance, stop, take a seat. Please let us know if you have any questions. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Be patient, have a good time, and let's have some fun.